Welcome to the second tutorial of scripting in Vegas Pro. In this tutorial we'll be adding media to the timeline in a proper way. We load up where we left off in the previous project, so click the eye in the top right to navigate to the previous tutorial if you haven't seen it yet. So we have an empty main function here, and the first thing I'd like to do is write a simple try catch. And in this try catch we print the message of the exception. So everything we do in this script will be within this try catch, so that if the program or the script, if it crashes, it won't take Vegas down with it, so you'll never lose any save data. We'll be adding an image, we'll be adding some audio, and we'll be adding some video. And for this we write a helper function that adds media. It will return a track event object. We call the function add media. It takes 5 arguments. So it takes your project as its first, then a string to the media path, then an int, which is the track index, then a time code, which will be when it has to start, and a time code for how long. Return null, just to get the compiler quiet for now. Okay, and the first thing we need to make is a media object. Let's call it media, and you need to call the class function create instance. So we do media.create instance. This takes your project and the media path. So now we have a link to the media. Next we do is we create a track object, and we set this as the track index you've given as an argument. So track index. Okay, so if you give a track index that doesn't exist, so you have 2 tracks and you give track index 5, then the program will crash, but it will be caught by the exception. So the script will shut down, but Vegas will stay up. Next we need to determine the track type. So you can give an index to either a video track or an audio track, and depending on this we will return we will add a video event or an audio event. So if track.mediaType equals media type dot video, we do something, and else if the track.mediaType equals media type dot audio, we do something else, and it should be possible to get over here, but I'm gonna keep it up just in case. Okay, so if the track is of video, then we try to add a video, but your media path can also still point to an audio file, and in that case it will try to add an audio file to a video track, and I believe it will just add an empty event, so it won't crash, but it won't do anything special anyway. First we cast the track we got to a video track, and this should be possible because we already know it's of media type video. Add a video event, and we add this to the track, so video track dot add video event, and it takes 2 arguments, the starting time, so we already got this as an argument over here, and the length, which we also already got. Now we have an empty event with no media in it. So to do that we make a take object, and we do video event dot add take media dot get video stream by index 0. And to be completely honest, I still don't really understand how this part of code works, but it works every time. And then to finish it off we return the video event, Now for audio, we just copy paste this and replace everything that has video in it by audio. So that's done. If you try to add audio and it doesn't work, it's an empty track or just nothing, check if you don't have video still sending somewhere. So that's the helper function done. Now let's start off by adding an image. One of the arguments we need to give is the media path, and this needs to be the complete media path, so that's very long. So I will make a string called image path, which leads to my image. So this would be a complete path, but as you can see, this gives compiler errors, and that's because the backslash is an escape character. So you need to add 2, and then you have a functioning path. Next, an image works as a video event. So we make a video event called, I don't know, image event, and we call our add media function. The first argument is the project, so we can find that by having myvegas dot project. Second argument is the media path, so the image path. Now the track index, let's do it on the first track, but keep in mind the track list works as an array, so the first track is track index 0. Timecode start, let's do that on the cursor position. And you can get the cursor position by doing timecode cursor position myvegas dot transport dot cursor position, and we can give this a starting time argument, and then we give it a length. Let's do 10 seconds. So before we can compile, as you can see, there is a compiler error. This is because add media returns a track event, and we are using a video event. Video event is one of the subclasses of track event, so we can just cast it. And now you have a functioning function. So now we can run it. So we go to Tools, Scripting, and Run Script. See, here it is. And it has added the image for 10 seconds onto our timeline in the first track. Let's go to the video. Now the first part is the same again. This will be the video path, and we will insert a video event. We'll take the video path as its first argument. Let's add it to track number 2, so that's 1. I think it would be best to give this the timecode +10 and have it as 10 seconds long again. Now the thing is, if we do it like this, we will only have the video and not the audio that is part of the video. So to do that too, you need to add an audio event. Make sure it is not on the video timeline. And of course the audio event is a separate object, so it needs to have a different name. So let's give this a try. Run the script, and there you go, you have the video 10 seconds after. So that was it, and we have successfully added something to our timeline. Something else I'd like to say is you could theoretically add something to the timeline by just doing the add media function and give the appropriate arguments without making the object nor making the cast. But like this, you could start altering the event afterwards, and that's what we're going to do in the next tutorial. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.